Hi guys, it's now Sunday night. I'm about to start my fasting journey for a week. It is now 9:40 p.m. So it is pretty early, but I just want to wind down for bed. So I'm as prepared as ever to be able to start a strong, good first day of fasting tomorrow. It's basically 5:30. I have like 15 minutes to get up and eat. I'm so sleepy and the sun hasn't risen, so it's just really dark. So I just need to get up, find something to eat, drink as much as I can, and then try to make it through the day. I think the problem is probably because I didn't plan this very well. I kind of only remembered I said I wanted to do this last night. So I think moving forward for the next few days, I should probably kind of like pre-prep for this morning meal. So today's sahur time, which is I think the time of the sunrise, according to this calendar, is 5:55 a.m. I should be eating my last bite and drinking my last sip of water before 5:55 a.m. Okay, it's 5:38 now, so I have like a few minutes. I think the hard thing about this is that I'm doing it alone. I was looking up some tips online on how do you like fast for the first time. And one of the tips was to make sure you drink enough water beforehand, because water is probably one of the things that your body will crave the most. In fact, they recommend you drink 8 glasses of water between the time you last eat and the time you start fasting. So it's basically your whole day's worth of water. I definitely don't think I've had enough. And they also recommend that you skip your morning coffee because it's a diuretic, so it'll make you lose water. So I guess no coffee for me today either, although it's a crazy hour. Bon appetit! I gotta say, the more I eat, the happier I get, because I just love pizza. This reminds me of the time I went to the US and I was so jet lagged. I went to visit my sister. She had like 3 days old pizza in the fridge. And I woke up at 5 a.m. I was like looking for food. And yep, started eating multiple slices of pepperoni pizza at 5 in the morning. It's 5:51. I have 4 more minutes to drink my water. And then the fasting begins. Okay,
I told my friend talking about Ramadan, this is what she did.
This is 6:25 now, and I was just speaking to Shijin, who was like telling me that I can eat until 7 because I can eat until the sun rises. And I'm like, no lah, I think I'm supposed to eat before sahur. And then she's like, what's sahur? Sahur sunrise, right? So I'm like googling this, and it says sahur is pre-dawn. So I think it's like pre-sunrise, and I'm supposed to eat before pre-dawn. So I shouldn't be waiting for the sun to rise. I should stop eating at 5:55, which I did. I think that's right. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Am I wrong? Am I just doing this whole thing wrongly? I don't even know, man. So I didn't even finish my water. I'm looking for Iftar time. Iftar means, okay, no, this is the time of Iftar in India. What about Malaysia? Okay,
Because that is when the sun sets.
So 7:20. I can start eating at 7:19 lah, 7:20. Great. I mean, basically I just have to look around.
Wait for the announcement lah. You don't have more theory.
Now that I've had a bit of a morning, it's 6:30 and I'm gonna go back to bed. So I'm checking in. It is 1:48 p.m. I feel incredibly thirsty. I don't know what you can hear, but every word I'm saying has this super slivery sound because my mouth is so incredibly dry. And I asked a friend, apparently a tip I can potentially adopt is that I can gargle water. That will not break the fast. So maybe I'll just gargle some water in the sink, because if I gargle like drinking water, I bet I'll be tempted to swallow the whole thing. To fill you guys in, this morning after the breakfast, I went back to bed and I had a really good sleep and woke up about 2 hours later. That meant that when I woke up, the first thing I wanted to do was reach for a bottle of water, which really just underscores how much I take for granted drinking. Those online have been really supportive. I think some of my friends on Instagram have come in with some tips. Apparently pizza is probably not the best thing to have for sahur because it can make you a little bit thirsty, which I am experiencing the effects of right now. So I guess you would want to avoid super salty food, fast food, anything with MSG, sorry Uncle Roger, and anything else that really makes you need to drink water down the line. I'm off on my lunch break now. I'm gonna go for a walk and hopefully not be tempted by the food. Waking up feeling like it's gone. I'm just talking to my colleague, my Muslim colleague who's fasting. She was telling me that the rate at which I complain is like hers when she was a child. How old were you when you started fasting?
11.
She started fasting at 11. So I'm complaining as much as an 11-year-old. Okay, I need to stop. Once I get water, I'm sure I'll be fine. I just have the most splitting headache. Like we are at Sushi Jiro. What time is it? It is 7:12. I have 7 more minutes that I can drink this water. I'm so excited. And the Fatih is just like, man, this is normal. Every day she can do this. I can drink. Wow.
Okay.
My first ever day of fully fasting.
Oh, how's your feeling? How you feel?
I have a super bad headache, but the water feels so nice. No wonder they fast to get like closer to God, because you feel like, wow, I really appreciate water, you know, like thank God for water. Oh, praise God, God's so good, He gives us water. You know, it makes you feel that way. I got this. And do you want one? It's really yummy. This is like my favorite thing to get. It's the crispy fry thing, I think.
Okay. You didn't eat food the whole day, so it's fine. Everyone's staring at you now.
I'm very happy. This is so yummy looking. Look at this garlic fried rice bit. I'm leaving the office now. It is 9:30. I want to be in bed already. I have such a splitting headache and I've googled it, and apparently there is a thing called Ramadan headaches, which happens because of glucose levels in the blood. But I'm pretty pleased. Day 1 accomplished. Today's the end of day 1 of fasting. Lunchtime was not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be, because all I had to do was just walk around and I wasn't that hungry. I think the hardest part really was just the thirst. It was all I could think about. I took a nap after I had my breakfast. That was before sahur. And after I woke up from my nap, I was just so thirsty. All I could think about was water, and that was the thought that kept bugging me throughout the day. So I think a lot of the questions I got on Instagram were, is it distracting? Do you find yourself unable to focus as well? I definitely think there's an element of distraction when it comes to this, because you have physical desires, right? Like hunger and thirst, and those things do get in the way of focus. But in some strange kind of way, it also sharpens your focus, because I felt a little bit more engrossed in my work since I was deliberately trying to distract myself from thinking about food and water. So it really made me just zoom in and hone in on what I needed to get done. So now it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm gonna shower and then try to sleep before 10:30. Unexpected consequence of trying to sleep so early, that my dog is absolutely crazy. Okay. Let it go. It is day 2 of fasting. It is 5:54 a.m. Today I'm a little bit more prepared. I have porridge. I've been drinking water all night. In fact, I was drinking so much that I kept waking up to use the restroom, so I'm actually a lot more tired than I was yesterday. I just want to drink as much as I can before what time the sahur. I search it every morning on my phone. Apparently there are different times in different states as well. So one of the questions I've been getting was, why are you doing this? What's the point? And for me, I've always been curious about the way Muslims fast, and I would wonder about that struggle. I think the belief I had was, how can so difficult? This is something that I definitely wouldn't be able to do. Realizing that so many of the population actually do this every year without fail kind of made me curious as to what they were going through. You know, people would say things like, oh, don't eat in front of a Muslim, and when they are fasting, I mean, and you know, it's distracting to them, don't drink in front of them, and I just haven't gone through one day of it. I feel like I can understand a bit more when they say, well, I have friends who would say, this, like, you eating and you drinking doesn't bother me at all. And I think that's because as adults, our own dietary restrictions is less determined by the people around us, but the choices that we ourselves make. Maybe that's how I feel because I'm on a completely voluntary fast. So I reckon I could probably like accompany my friends go to lunch and I'll feel fine. It's just, you know, be extremely thirsty. As a Christian, I also see a value in fasting. I've just never really stuck to anything, and usually fasting happens in the season of Lent. I thought it might be good that if I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to experience fasting along with the majority of the country, I could use it as well to get in touch with God. Because I'm waking up a lot earlier, I could use to read the Bible and pray. It's another lunch session of which I will not be eating or drinking. It is slightly easier, I think, because I had more water last night. But I am still thirsty. Though I don't think my breath is as bad as it was yesterday. It is the end of the day, which is time for me to break my fast. I'm very happy about it. Oh, I carry a bottle of water with me all day. So when I reach this particular moment, wait, this is empty. I carry 2 bottles of water with me all day. So when I reach this particular moment, I can have something to drink. 7:21. Wait, let me see the time. What time do I break fast today? Okay, I can drink. What a relief. Only when I drink do I realize I am hungry. Guess who is meeting me for dinner and to break fast? It's my man. We are accidentally matching today. It was not intentional, but I think we do look very corporate cute.
Alison, you want corporate cute?
Apparently, because I'm fasting, I get the pick. But as someone who now understands what it's like to fast, you just don't really have cravings because you spend the whole day suppressing them. So yeah, I'm pretty chill. I normally would want something super spicy, but I'm kind of worried because I spent the whole day not eating that something mega spicy might just burn a hole in my stomach. Well, we'll let you guys know once we're in the restaurant. It is almost 7:40. My indecision in trying to decide what to eat has meant that I'm still hungry. We haven't found a place to eat yet. I feel like having that spicy thing again. Hot pot kitchen? Hot pot kitchen? I really like hot pot kitchen.
You don't want to test your stomach out.
I kind of want to. Can we? Is that okay? Okay, I guess it is. Guess what? We got the spicy one. I'm really, really hungry now, so I cannot wait to drink this as well. Oh, it's so good. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, come, look at this chili oil. I like love it. Love this, love everything. Cannot wait. But I need to drink more soy to line the stomach. Oh, yummy. First bite of food in 13 hours. Good. This is a look of satisfaction. It's nighttime. Hey guys, I'm in bed. One thing I realized about this fasting experience is that although I feel like I can connect a bit more with my Muslim colleagues because I know we're all looking forward to Iftar at the same time, I feel a little bit of a disconnect with my family because I'm trying to go to bed so much earlier than them. I also feel a bit of a disconnect with my non-Muslims colleagues who are going out for lunch and myself who is not. So it's a different experience, and I think I understand, I understand a bit better why this time of the year can feel both somewhat uniting, yet it enhances certain differences, I suppose. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way day 2 has gone. Yeah, good so far. Good morning. It is day 3 of fasting. It's 5 something in the morning. I have prepared myself a lot of water because that is the key. Water. If you are not thirsty, you can do anything. I also have with me a glorious batsang, which is from Taipei, I think, and it's super carby. I think the trick really is trying to set yourself up for success, and then in that regard it's a lot easier to resist temptation, a lot easier to achieve your aims. I'm gonna dig in more because I'm racing against the clock. I'm here at Diamond Platinum. Give me water. Can't drink it. It is time! It is time to drink water! I have my bottle. I'm not even gonna wait to get to my table. I'm just gonna find a space so I can drink it now. That's how, I remember when I was younger, I used to see people who would drink suddenly while they're walking or eat in the car, and I'm like, I just wait till get home lah. But no, dude, I totally understand. Okay, stop talking, just start drinking. What a relief.
Then she met me at the college. Her friends play my songs and they been following me. Yeah, I don't like to do that much explaining and talking. Just know she had coffee with me. Yeah, I hear you like pizza and dancing. Love that is not that romantic. Yeah, I don't have no time for no antics. Fly one, smile for the cameras. Oh, they like me now. Go ahead, wipe me down. She don't got a man, cause he ain't lock it down. Hey, do you think of
It is day 4 of my fasting journey, and I've actually taken quite a long break since the last fasting round. Man, it is so difficult to get back into it, but I have so much more understanding of what it is like for Muslims during this period, and I think it's made me a lot more empathetic to the lives of those who live this every single day. I'm very privileged that this is a choice for me, and I'm not meaning fasting is a choice, but I mean more of the fact that how much I eat, when I drink, what time I wake up, this is all mostly up to me. And a lot of people live in circumstances where they do not get to make that choice. So yeah, it's really been waking me up. Anyway, I've started to start my morning with this cup of coffee. Realized that to make this work for me for today as well as my 5th day tomorrow, I'm gonna need some help, and to complement that, I'm gonna drink more water. Teriyaki chicken rice bowl. Super good. Yum.
Solid. The disclaimer will not be treated as a disposal. Instead, the deceased will be regarded.
I'm hungry. I'm super hungry. I'm not that thirsty, but I'm super hungry. Just 6 more hours before I can eat again. Time to focus on work. Need to wait to eat this from SK. Thank you. After a whole day, really the best feeling is being able to drink water. I also made lemonade the other day. I'm gonna go have a glass of that. And what a great dinner. But I'm so full right now. Whew, you wouldn't believe. I had so much to drink and so much to eat. Whew, oh boy. I've decided to stop being so unprepared all the time, and I'm preparing my breakfast for tomorrow. I'm making myself a hearty chicken soup with the Thermomix, as well as I am baking a cookie tonight so I can keep it in the fridge and then heat it up tomorrow. So I feel like I get a whole dessert thing, a main thing. And I've realized that when it comes to fasting, sahur, or the first meal, or the meal that you would have to sustain you, ideally is something that has a lot of water, because that just keeps you going the whole day without feeling so thirsty. And that's the key. We have burned the cookies. After a whole day of meetings, this is my favorite time. It is 8:30. I had to buy groceries and I'm so hungry. I'm very excited I can finally eat. And I'm always so tempted. I always have that hankering for something spicy. I don't know whether you guys have that too, but it's not so good since my last mala experience. So I know I just gotta line my stomach with something less painful before I start. A near perfect end to the 5 days of fasting.